This might get weird.
And we're moving. We're grooving.
We're moving and grooving.
We're recording. Oh, good morning, Grace Helbig.
Good morning. I don't.
You don't have anything to... Oh, shit. I forgot your seltzer.
That's okay. I don't need it.
Are you sure?
Just
we're going to be recording
two,
for an hour.
Clink your two glasses together.
Okay.
There, I did
now
it.
we're satisfied. We'll drink this water.
Oh, thank God, Les. That's like actually what should be happening.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sniffle Party.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
It's winter. I mean, it's Los Angeles winter, which, is bullshit, but it's still freezing in this little house that we record.
Yes. Also, I think it's still post-party on Sunday. Mamrie threw a accidental rager. That should be Mamie's middle name.
100%. The accidental rager should be my wrestling name.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And then you can have minions and call them the Rage Brigade.
I'm in.
It writes itself.
I'm in. Grace knows because she was there.
Yes.
Decided to have like a handful of women over to watch the Oscars, which someone tweeted at me and I thought it was left a message on Instagram I thought was so funny, where they were like, I've heard of Galentine's Day, but the Oscars. Oh. I was like, oh, that's the new tradition.
Perfect.
But the handful of women, you invite a few people and then
you're like a seedling of an idea.
And then they're like, I have a friend in town. So we had about 4 of those.
Yeah.
And then another person, and then you get worried no one's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be a hodgepodge of like people who really don't know each other.
Right.
But it was I thought it was the perfect combination of like 20 girls.
It was incredible, and everyone had the best time, and the energy was palpable to say the least.
I mean, when Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper did their song, and Bradley Cooper joined Gaga on the piano bench.
Oh my God.
I thought the ground underneath my house was going to turn into a vagina and swallow us whole. There was so much estrogen pumping.
There was 20 immaculate conceptions all at once.
I felt like if a man happened to walk by my house, he'd die instantaneously.
Yeah, there was a force field of femininity.
That from the International Space Station just looked like a giant clit.
Yeah. But that one's going off right now. We all lost our shit when we saw that happen. And then your TV buffered.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the deal.
Because we all turned into the show Stomp, because we were all just stomping our feet and jumping up and down.
I cut the cord on cable, and now non-spawn, Hulu does live TV. So it's like $40 a month, and you have Hulu and live television.
It's smart.
So I freaked out a little bit because I hadn't used the live TV feature yet. And then like an hour before everyone was coming over.
Oh, no.
I was like, do I get the Oscars?
Do I actually
I have a full spread.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, do I
you
have
had
the option?
So many different fondues. It was great. Whenever you get a group of women around melted cheese
and melted chocolate.
And a potential beautiful love affair.
Yes. And a woman who is just now eating cheese again after several years. Well, let me tell you what. Monday morning, the hangover was not from the booze.
I know. I left kind of early because I was just tired from the weekend, but it looked like it turned into an even bigger party after I left.
Turned into a dance party.
Yeah.
A full on, I sat at the kitchen counter and just DJ'd songs like Too Close by Next, like 112, Thong Song, like very
perfect.
My sophomore year of high school.
Yep.
But it was so great. So I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
And the second that the moment was going down at the Oscars, everyone were rattling their feet like they were at a fucking football game at kickoff.
Yep.
It froze, and I was like, I might get murdered.
It froze.
I might get murdered by these women.
We all screamed, and it was amazing how quickly on a dime everyone went from pure elation to actual seeing red frustration.
I was like, this is the all-female sacrifice.
Yeah, I was like, Mamrie's gonna
I'm dead now.
She is going to
Thank
be
God
murdered.
It came back. Thank God. But what a fun time.
Oh, it was a joy. It was a true treat.
I truly had seen like 2 of the movies.
I hadn't seen any of them. Aquaman was nominated for something.
No way. Visual effects or something? No, he was there because he's fucking Aquaman.
And he and Lisa Bonet were looking amazing.
Well, we know that Lisa Bonet is attractive in real life from the First Class Experience.
Yes, we do.
I loved, which by the way, I will never say his name right.
Okay.
I think Jason Mimosa.
What? Did you just say I'm a mimosa?
No, I said Jason Mimosa. Jason Samoa. Jason,
is that his name?
What is his name?
I don't know.
I think it's Momoa.
Wait, I did a review on
I
this.
said it wrong on a podcast before.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa. Okay,
Yeah.
but mimosa, he is a tasty effervescent on the tongue.
I thought you were saying his name is Chasen Mimosa, which
A great wrestling
nickname.
name.
Yeah.
I love that he wore a matching scrunchie on his wrist
Yeah, he did a pink velvet scrunchie
to match his suit. I think he was the best dressed guy.
I loved it. It was confusing. He looked a little bit like the hotter Dumb and Dumber guy. Yeah.
I mean, much hotter.
I mean, leaps and bounds. Leaps and
not
fucking
slightly
bounds.
more attractive Dumb and
He
Dumber.
looked slightly more attractive than the guys from Dumb and Dumber. That's my biggest compliment.
Oh my God. Yeah, he looked great. Scrunchies are back.
Oh, big time. Caitlin Bristol.
I was just going to say.
The former Bachelorette, she has her own scrunchie line.
Yep.
And she does them
called
hard.
Dude It.
Is that what it's called?
It's like DEWED.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, she's great. Anyway, so
it was a super fun party. Here's
that was
something.
our Super Bowl.
That was truly
I had to
Super
bring
Bowl.
back the Super Bowl since that's what our podcast is about.
Since we're strictly a sports-based podcast, here's something fun that happened to me the morning after. Yesterday, aka yesterday morning.
Yes.
I accidentally, teeny tiny little bit bear sprayed myself and Goose.
Wait. Oh, okay. First of all, please let the people know what the bear spray is, just in case they're new to Grace Helbig.
Bear spray, I bought when I lived alone as a self-defense.
It's literally pepper spray, but
it's
that
for
could
bears.
Kill a bear. Not kill a bear, but scare a bear.
Yeah, like deter a bear.
Okay.
It's not. It can't. I don't think it can kill a bear.
But if the bear can't see, he's not going to just come in blindly
it's
chomping
gonna
like
give you
Abby Lee Miller.
It's gonna give you enough time to get away. But I have it as like my security system. I've never had to use it, so it sits on my nightstand. And this morning, or yesterday morning,
oh my God,
the guy that like mows my lawn was coming, and so I have to keep Goose in like the back half of my house. And so I like closed the door, but I was like discombobulated like 8 a.m. and I knocked it off the nightstand, not thinking anything, put it back on the nightstand, and all of a sudden Goose just starts wheezing like
oh no,
which she does sometimes because she's got a little chunky
little snout.
Yeah, her nasal passages are not meant for breathing correctly. I call her a noise factory.
Both of our dogs
it's amazing
should not be alive.
How they survive, it's a miracle every day. But then I started like coughing like crazy, and like my eyes were watering, and I was like, what's going on right now? And I was like, oh my God, I think this sprayed somewhere in this room.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I'm like running to the bathroom and like getting tissues and coughing like crazy. And then I look and there's just a little spot on the wall. And then I had to like open my door to let Goose run. I was like, get out of the room.
And it was such a small little squirt you didn't even notice.
Tiniest little bit. And I like put the fan on it, and I was like, is the fan going to make it worse and spread everywhere?
Yeah.
It was like 10 minutes of panic, and my gardener was there. So Goose is going nuts in the house, like scream barking and wheezing at the same time. And I was like, oh my God, I just poisoned myself and my dog. This is insane. But it was such a minor amount that I just started laughing at, like, of course this is what I do.
Yeah, when you didn't even know if that can worked.
I was like, this has to be a prop can. I've had it for 5 years in Los Angeles. Like, there's no way if I needed to use this, I'd figure it out, because there's a tab you have to like pull, and the tab wasn't even pulled. I think it just like hit in a certain way when it hit the floor. So then I literally had to stand there with like tears down my face, laughing, going, I just bear sprayed myself and my dog.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that was a great way to wake up.
Let me ask you, because like pepper spray, when
it's peppery.
When peppers are really hot, they say not to drink water. That'll like exacerbate the heat that you're supposed to drink
water
milk.
like crazy.
I was gonna say, oh God, if you put water in your eyes and it started burning
that's
worse.
what I kept washing my hands because I was afraid, because I cleaned it up, and then I was afraid of touching anything.
With bear spray, I mean, like, I've Tabascoed my pee-pee before and it was rough.
Yeah, no, that's why my hands are itchy and dry today, because I was just like washing them like crazy yesterday. And then I got so nervous that Goose was going to get curious and like lick it off the wall.
Get addicted. She's fucking addicted.
I did clear my passages.
Though.
Yeah, that it works-ish, but it also is extraordinarily potent.
Aren't you scared? Oh, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Aren't you scared? You keep it on your bedside table, right? Mm-hmm. that you're in your sleep going to do something dumb. Because there was like a hot minute there where I was keeping my taser on my bedside table.
Oh, see,
and I was like, what if I, in my sleep, pick it up like it's a cell phone and just tase my, because I'm legally blind, basically. Yeah. And I just like go to check my text and tase my eyeballs.
Yeah. I mean, I can see you doing that for sure.
Okay, thanks. God bless.
I don't, because it's literally like a spray paint can.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know why I would reach
over and hairspray your hair in the middle of the night.
Oh, I need this easy cheese.
Now that's more feasible for the Helbig.
Yeah. But no, it hasn't happened yet. I also have the Louisville Slugger baseball bat that we got on Hey USA next to my bed.
We both keep a baseball bat by our bed.
Yeah.
So
don't come for us.
We should like go to the batting cages or something and really brush up on our swing.
Right? Mine's a cane though. Mine's shaped into a cane.
That's right.
And mine's shaped into a cane, so it effectively probably won't work as well as a baseball bat.
And it has "I love tennis" engraved in it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Once again, welcome to our sports podcast.
How does it always come back to
baseball,
sports?
tennis, and a cane? Well, I'm glad you're okay. Oh, what was my other question about it? Oh man.
I mean, it's intense, sleep. But no. See, I don't keep my tasers next to the bed because those
tasers with their plural.
I have two, a big one and a little, a travel one that technically you can put in your bag, but I never do because I'm same thing, scared I'm gonna like accidentally jostle it on or something, and then reach in to like rummage around and get something, and then there goes like all my fingers, prints.
I'm like, I don't think it's a taser, not a laser.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm confusing it with a knife.
Oh my gosh, terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay and have vision because...
Yeah, me too. And now I know that can actually work. It's not just a prop. So here we go. But I am a little, now that it's like popped open, I think I've been...
Oh wait, the safety's off now?
It doesn't look like it's off. That's why I was safe keeping it next to my bed because the safety had never come off. That I figured in the moment of panic, I'll just rip it off and spray. But now that it's like, I'm a little scared to have it next to my bed now that it's alive.
Yeah. So. Mind of its own.
Yeah. Wow. How's your week? I got a hibachi story that I can tell you in a little bit.
Oh, okay. We'll ping pong it.
Yeah, go for it.
I went to a cat show.
Oh yes, okay. I was in Palm Springs and I didn't get back in time to go to this cat show. We had planned on going, but then plans changed. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, y'all can believe this. Grace went out of town.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have heard us talk about Catwalk on here. Well, as soon as that happened, we immediately looked up cat shows. Yeah. I texted Grace and was like, there's one happening. The Malibu Cat Club happens. And she goes, oh, I already know. It's in my iCal.
Yeah.
So it was at a convention center, not convention center, like a civic center. So it's like much smaller.
Right. Okay.
It's basically like a large high school's
gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Essentially, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So I won't lie, I was a little nervous.
I know I'd be scared that I'm entering like into their
world.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna smell beans on me. And also, I'm sure more people have shown up from Catwalk.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There must be people that are now fascinated by this world.
So I pull into the parking deck, and I do see some like a few like hipster looking people where I feel like they must be new to this circuit.
Okay.
I pull in, windows down, and immediately hear, is that Mamrie Hart? Before I'm parked.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, lovely guy. We chatted once we were in the cat show, but I was like, this is how we're kicking it off.
Here we go. I'm in it now.
I'm officially, someone knows who I am, and I'm alone at a cat show.
Which honestly, if I wasn't friends with you, I'd be like, that's exactly how I expect to see Mamrie Hart.
Completely on brand. I was a little nervous because I am allergic. So I had thought about wearing one of those medical masks that people wear on planes. And I forgot. I do think my throat got a little scratchy. But like my dad and stepmom have indoor cats. And if I'm there for a day, my like eyes will swell shut.
Yeah.
But I think these cats are just so fucking well groomed.
They're so bathed. They're so clean. Yeah.
Yes. So I walk in, and Grace, it is just like rows and rows and rows of tables of little like fancy cat carriers and headshots.
Oh my God.
And just people with like little things trying to get their cat ready. Yeah. It is fucking bonkers. Like every woman you think would be at a cat show, and lots of men are just rushing their cats. There's probably like 5 judging stations are just rushing their cats to their next category.
Oh my God.
I mean, I was only there for like category.
I know.
Oh my God. I was only there for 2 hours, and I like followed one cat to 3 different rounds.
Because do like 5 rounds.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm like, I guess they just have each judge their cat, but they'll be short hair, this, kitten. It was so bonkers.
Oh my God. It looked like from Catwalk, the room looks like a science fair.
Yes, absolutely. It looks like little setups because people will have the like tri-fold cardboard presentations, but with pictures of their cats, facts about the breed.
Wow.
Like it's like crafts and cats.
So it's educational and entertainment.
Yeah, but those cat owners do not want you to talk to them.
Really?
Like they are in the zone. Game time.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to, before I left, I worked up the nerve to ask for a selfie because first of all, you're not supposed to touch any of the cats.
No, because that's gonna affect their grooming.
There are lots of signs that say, and I quote, "Hugs and squeezes spread diseases."
And these are how these people are making their living.
Are there cash prizes?
At least in Catwalk there was. I thought because how else can they afford all of the travel?
I think it's just for the love of the game.
Okay.
I mean, admission was $5.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. That's
so
fair.
just to rent the space.
True.
And I'll get to more costs later. But you can't touch the cats. So I literally, and people are rushing with the cats. like it is a sick baby and they are running to the ER. Like you see a cat and I'm like, excuse me. Like they're like, we are late. We are late for the Persians.
Oh my God.
So
I
finally went up to this woman who was just brushing her cat because people are getting into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram video, but I saw a hairless cat getting makeup put on.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask you about.
People are grooming
illegal?
You know, it looked like a setting powder.
Okay. So it wouldn't sweat. She didn't want any clamminess.
So. Yeah, she was all about that little hairless cat, and she was just powdering it like it felt like toddlers and tiaras. And when little girls are like, "I don't want to put on the makeup,"
like, that's putting on the makeup,
and then just rubbing it. But don't worry. I mean, a couple people were like, "I don't like this. This seems like the cats don't love it." Cats don't give a fuck.
These cats are treated like royalty.
Absolute royalty. Yeah. Tiny, like fancy feast dishes all over the place. I love it. They all had like little litter boxes in there. Oh, you are walking into a room with like 200 litter boxes.
Oh yeah, you're walking into a toilet, a cat potty,
and then all the trash cans say like, "Do not put your litter in here. Take it outside." But so, okay, just all the room. I finally walk up to a woman. I'm like trying to get in, like full on doing the hopscotch hesitation of like or like double dutch of like get in there. No, they're off.
Was the woman that you worked up the nerve to talk to like a front runner? Or you couldn't tell?
She was a cute cat, but I'd seen her cat in a couple competitions and she was placing like 7th.
Oh, okay. So this was an attainable person to take a selfie with. It probably made her day.
Yeah, the cat wasn't ooh la la.
Yeah.
She wasn't an unreachable, grand prize winner. But I just go up to her and, it's exactly the person you think.
Yeah.
It looks like a homeschooled woman.
Yes.
Long hair, parted down the middle.
Yeah.
It's a look.
Yeah.
It's
the same way that you can guess a magician from a distance,
right.
You can guess a competitive cat
She
owner.
might be a receptionist at a Christian bookstore, So I go up and I just go, "Hi, I won't touch your cat. Can I take a selfie?" And she just goes, "What?" And I go, "Can I take a selfie with your cat?" And she goes, "What?" And I said, a picture where she didn't know what a selfie was.
Wow.
And she was just like very like weirded out that I was holding my hand out like that and getting close to her cat. Like I taught this woman what a selfie was.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
So she taught you about cats and
she taught
boundaries.
me nothing. She taught me patience. She taught me love.
One taught me pain. Lots of pain.
Exactly. So I'm watching all the competitions. The judges all have their own kind of flair.
Oh my God.
Like some of them really... It's just so funny to watch a cat just be handled and then also a little brought out like a feather.
Yeah.
Because they really are checking those reflexes.
Wow. They're seeing how playful and friendly they are, right?
Exactly. Yeah. They want to see like how cute.
That's like the talent portion of the competition.
How quickly their eyes go, Like you felt like when you're at the doctor and they're shining the light and you're supposed to follow it and you're like, am I doing this right? Are my eyes crossing? But they all rush them into the cages. People do sit there with little score books to see like how their cats are scoring. And then they just basically, the cats get rubbed and entertained. And they want the cat to like swat at them like a butterfly. Yeah. Like it's my nightmare job.
It looks like when they're rubbing them that they're just putting sausage into casings.
Absolutely. It feels like the bread episodes of
they're just
Great British
meaning.
Break Off. I saw one woman, she has this big orange cat, which I felt like a groupie to.
Yeah.
Who everyone was DMing me being like, is that ooh la la?
Oh, yeah.
She like, cause they're so puffy.
Yeah.
They'll do, have you seen like the memes of dogs who, it doesn't matter what size hole you give them, they stick their face in?
Yeah.
Like she was doing that to the puffy cats, and then you see how small their actual like
their little skulls are.
and she's rubbing it. She goes, smooth skull. Like they're checking buttholes, everything.
Wow.
I know. But so the women judges are really nice, great. They're giving facts about the cats.
They're doing full presentation.
They're doing like, oh, so-and-so's not too happy today. But then there's this crotchety judge named Bob Salisbury.
Yep, that sounds right.
Who, first of all, you can tell he is like feared.
Yeah.
But respected.
Revered.
Feared and revered.
Yeah.
And so the first competition I watched of his, there's only like 3 cats in cages.
Okay.
Because I guess someone else ran along, and like he is not pleased that all the cats aren't there on time.
He is a punctual stickler.
Absolutely. He's probably only got like 4 or 5 people watching him because, it's Bob Salisbury.
Yeah.
And then finally the last cat gets there, another like long-haired out of a bunker from Kimmy Schmidt woman runs over, puts the cat in the cage, and he just goes, "You're late," to the cat.
Take it out on the pussy.
Absolutely. You're late. And so then I watch him do his thing, and I realize he's the Simon Cowell
He sounds
of the
like
judges.
It. Bob Salisbury?
Bob Salisbury.
That's no Paula Abdul.
I heard him look into a cat's face and say, "Someone's having a bad hair day." Had him lift a cat and say, "What have you been eating?" I was like, Bob the Neg Salisbury.
Wow, drag them, Bob.
Drag them, Bob. So everyone is just kind of sitting there being like, wow, I'm like nervous for these cats.
Yeah.
Then uproarious applause at the next judging station.
Uh-oh.
There's a crowd of people watching this one start to go down. So I politely excuse myself, walk over. A different judge named Bob. A different judge named Bob.
What?
So there's 2 Bobs side by side.
Okay.
I'm assuming mortal enemies. Other Bob, love him out of the gate.
Okay.
He's from Tucson. He got flown in for this competition.
Whoa.
So he's like major.
He's the more important one.
He is laughing it up. Everyone's loving him. The owners are delighted. He's wearing a tie with cartoon dogs all over it.
Whoa.
Okay.
How dare he? He knows he's that important.
He
can
wants
do
to
whatever,
get swatted.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
He is the best. And I loved the dynamic. At one point I just stood back and watched both Bob's work in tandem. And you could just tell that Bob was like, oh, fucking other Bob.
Yeah. Bob, what if Bob Salisbury is single white femaling other Bob?
Oh.
And he's not doing it very well.
Not doing it at all.
Yeah, that he chose a different shtick. He's like, I'll be mean to the cats. People will love that.
Cats aren't naturally nice.
But wait, so why was other Bob? Was he just more jovial? He was like upbeat, positive?
Yeah, he was, okay, instead of telling the cats they were fat, late, and had bad hair, he would be like, oh, this is a beautiful Himalayan. Oh,
he built them up.
Do you see those deeps, that coloring? It's, and then he would like delightfully play with them and then put them back in their cage. Like it was just a smoother delivery. And then Bob, the other Bob, was just mad. So I loved it. But there were lovely women judges. I did see one woman. Her cat came in 10th place. There's only 10 per competition. And she waits till all the other cats are gone, picks up the cat, walks by the judge, who I'm pretty sure was named Gwen, and gives like a tearful, "Thanks so much."
Wow.
And keeps going. And I was like, wow, she full on like puppy dogged.
Wow.
Like passive aggressively, like, thanks a lot.
Wow. Because I wonder if they try and schmooze the judges before, after, during.
Yes.
Like, what is that? They must all go out somewhere after. Like, they
have to.
There's a reserved table at an Applebee's for like 12 to 15 people.
I would think so. And then do you think they have a hotel just with a bunch of cats in a
Yes,
hotel.
I do.
I was like, are these RV people or are these like,
Ooh.
no, we have to find a cat-friendly hotel
Yeah. I
in
think it's
Glendale,
that.
California.
I think it's a little bit that. I bet it's also a lot of local cats too. Because these competitions
It is a Malibu
happen
Cat Club.
all over the place.
That's
and so
true.
I think these people drive, like there was one, I don't know if it happened already in San Diego, that either just happened or is coming up. So I have a feeling if we went, you would see a lot of familiar faces.
Oh my God. I'm going to have faves.
We should have made a cat bracket.
Oh my God.
Cat, Rick.
Totally. One other thing that happened that I thought I was having a panic attack / stroke / just actual, like, this is where we realize I have a brain tumor. Is it's dead quiet, except for the judges being like, you know, and someone being like, oh, we need number 87 to ring 4, you know, like, and people rushing around with their cats. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and I've been there like an hour and a half, Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys starts blaring. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm looking around.
Where is it coming from?
I'm like walking around. And all of a sudden, everyone starts freeze.
Yeah.
They all freeze. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm walking around people who are dead frozen as Brass Monkey plays. And I'm going, is there a dance troupe about to start?
Yeah.
Why is everyone frozen? Like, it felt like an improv everywhere.
I was going to say, is there a flash mob involved in this cat
What's happening?
competition?
So Brass Monkey's playing. It's a bunch of old women frozen. I'm like, scattered around the room. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then it stops and they start calling out numbers. And the person who had been like, is that Mamrie Hart to me? He goes, there's numbers taped on the ground. When the music plays, you're supposed to find one. And if you're standing on the number they call, you get a prize. So it's like a cool like cakewalk type of thing. So yeah, they play the music. You find a number on the ground. If like you're on 102 and they say 102, you get a prize. But there was a minute there where I was just like, what happened? Did I just find out all these cat people are robots? Yeah. And like, this is the song that freezes their motherboard.
Oh my God. Yeah. There's a glitch in the system. And all of a sudden, yeah, we don't live in a normal reality anymore.
Also, for that crowd of all songs, they choose Beastie Boys, Brass Monkey. I thought it would be like, you know, like Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah, like Enya or something.
Totally.
I mean, that gives them clout, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were jamming.
What
Frozen.
A hilariously weird shtick to do in the middle of a...
That's how they did the raffle. I'm like, I doubt these cats love this blaring music. But so I was really confused for a minute.
I love that. That makes me want to go on that game alone.
Sadly, that's when I was going to leave. Because I was like, I will knock a bitch over.
Yeah.
I will do a split between two numbers. So that was my first cat show experience. It did not disappoint.
Yeah. Do you want to go to more?
Yeah, I will do more.
Yeah.
I really want to do some dog competitions too.
Oh, right. Because what you were looking at the one that was like all toy dogs.
Yeah, that was in San Diego last week.
Right.
Make it.
Right. I know. There was a brief moment in time when Mamrie texted me and goes, hear me out. This is a little far-fetched, but would you want to go down to San Diego
on a 6 a.m. train?
Then come back up and see the cat competition? I was like, in theory, this sounds fantastic. In practice, I don't think it's going to work out.
I don't think we're going to get up. Okay, so what is this hibachi experience?
Oh, well, I mean, everyone knows you and I both love hibachi. We love
it.
Dinner and a show. So we were down in Palm Springs for Elliot's birthday, and he had a couple friends down there. And I was just trying to look up stuff to do with like a big group of like, I think there was 6 or 8 of us, something like that, 6 of us. And I was like, oh, I've never done hibachi down in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And there's a place called Hibachi.
Oh.
And so it was really empty. So we all went, and Elliot had never done hibachi since he was like a kid. So I was like, it's great. I mean, it's really fun.
What is with people not going to Japanese steakhouses?
What is with people not liking the trash entertainment that we like?
It's beautiful.
It's fantastic.
You see the cleanliness of the food.
I love it. I love it so much. So we get there. I like called ahead and was like, can you fit in 6 people? I know it's like last minute. They're like, yeah, come on in. Only half of one
hibachi. You didn't
hibachi.
slide into hibachi's DMs?
I thought about it. And thank God I didn't, because we got in there and only one half of one hibachi table was taken up. The rest of the restaurant was completely empty.
If there's something so like uselessly embarrassing about making a reservation somewhere and you get there and it's empty. Like, do I look too eager?
Do I look desperate? Or I should feel bad for you guys because you don't have a full restaurant. So maybe I
should be ashamed right now.
I don't know. But we get there and we sit down and they put us at a table with this couple and their son. And the couple is
it's always a little nerve-wracking when you get seated with a kid because you might want to do sake bombs.
Exactly. And I was a little nervous, but the kid was just on his Nintendo Switch with his headphones in the whole time.
Kind of kid I like this kid already.
And the parents made no real attempt to like interact with him. They're just like, it was clearly like their date night and they were cool.
They couldn't get a sitter.
Yeah. The one guy had 2 cubic zirconia earrings and fully bald. And the woman was like clearly a little buzzed, but just like happy to be there and kind of quiet.
How do you know those were cubic zirconias? That could have been the prince of
Palm Springs,
Joshua Tree.
Yeah, it could have been. But he also looked like he was in Hell's Angels at the same time.
Okay.
He had quite a look to him, and he was just kind of, you could tell they were kind of buzzed and happy-go-lucky and like having a great time. And
they're trying to get that sex life back on track, baby.
Right? They seem like they've had a decent relationship.
Hotter than an onion volcano.
Yeah, they were connected on their mutual ignoring of their child.
Honestly, me, if I accidentally had a kid.
Well, okay. So our hibachi chef comes out. His name is Jimmy.
Love it.
Who was fantastic. And he's like going through the motions. You could tell that he was
Jimmy
like,
white, Asian, or Mexican?
He was Mexican.
Yeah.
And he was clearly like on a smoke break in the back and then had a table come in. It was like, here we go.
Here we go. I thought I was done for the night. Because they don't get tips. So it's like the more tables you get, it doesn't make them any more money.
And so he's already going through and making all of the standard jokes and that sort of thing. And the couple's loving it. And I was like, this is a fun couple. I'm sitting right next to them. And then everyone else at our group is like having a fun time, excited. Jimmy is just like really just going through the motions.
Oh, right.
At one point, we all look over and the child of the 2, he puts sauces out for everyone. And Elliot just taps my leg and like kind of indicates to look at the child. The kid is, the parents are in their own world. The kid is lapping up the sauces like a kitten.
No.
With his
shrimp sauce? Ginger sauce?
Little licks. He's going,
oh, no, I hate it.
And our whole group is noticing this. This couple is doing nothing to help this kid because they were totally preoccupied. The woman had this like almost like fangirling, starstruck like look on her face the whole time. I was like,
Jimmy?
Yeah. And then the husband finally goes, she recognizes you. And she goes, oh, were you the one on the billboard for the restaurant? He was the hibachi chef on the billboard. But so she's losing her mind.
I thought you meant she recognized you.
No, she recognized Jimmy. And she goes, you're the one from the billboard. He goes, yeah, I was on the billboard. But then he said something like,
a DUI.
No, he literally said something like, I got in trouble and they took me. She's like, they took you off the billboard, but you've been back on recently. And she's been following this saga of Jimmy being on the hibachi billboard the whole time.
Holy shit.
All of us were like, the other, like half of our group was too far away to even like hear this interaction. I'm like squeezing Elliot's leg while I'm typing this into my phone.
Yes, of course.
And he's like, yep, that's right. And Jimmy's just like trying to ignore. He's like, yeah, that was me. Yeah, I got in some trouble. They took me off the billboard, but I'm back on now. He was so over it.
You're like, what kind of trouble, Jimmy? As you hold and juggle knives.
I know, exactly. And then he just kind of went through the motions for the rest of it as best he could and then like split out of there. And I was still like cracking up about that because she clearly was like so nervous the rest of the time. And so then I got into tipsy Grace Helbig mode, and because it was the day before Elliot's birthday, I was like, I'm gonna get tequila shots for everyone. And he's like, yeah, go do it. So I like ran up and found like a server, and I like tapped her on the shoulder, and she turned around. She was like, oh, are you Grace Helbig? And I was like, yes, can I get 10 tequila shots, please?
Of course, there it is.
Because I got 2 for the parents that were at the table too. Like they came over with them, and I was like, would you guys want them? They're like, hell yeah.
That's great.
And then I was like, I'm pretty sure I just gave
move.
Tequila shots to parents that are driving their orally fixated son home.
Oh my God. Was he still lapping up shrimp sauce like a cat at this point?
He was
Did he play with his fried rice?
It was ooh la la, actually.
And then Bob Salisbury walked in and said, how much rice did you eat, fatty?
Yeah. It was the most confusing and wonderful situation. Yeah, they were so nice.
The idea of being starstruck from a billboard is so great. And I love that Jimmy was like, yeah, I get this all the time.
Yeah, no, he clearly, I was like, you're a star. I'm in the presence of like an A-list celebrity right now in Palm Springs. This is amazing.
Now I really want to go and ask for Jimmy.
Oh, he was great. And then he just like went through the motions. And like when I turned around, he was like gone. I was like, he's not sticking around for small talk.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the billboard, this is one of my pet peeves.
Okay.
And I don't know if this was a big deal in Jersey too, but okay, you know how you'll see a billboard, let's say for a lawyer, and they have a picture of the lawyer or dentist or something, and you're like, it's unnecessary that you wanted to be on your own billboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what a big thing in North Carolina is people put their kids on there.
Oh,
so it'll be
really?
like for a furniture store, and then there's just like a 2-year-old sitting on the sofa.
Yeah, furniture stores, I think, do that more than anything. That they put I saw down in Palm Springs the last time I was down there, this crazy furniture commercial where they were trying to hypnotize you, and it'd be like the kids in the front of a green screen with like a circling line in the back going, you need a new couch.
Weird.
Yeah,
what's the deal? Because I feel like kids, they'll be at the end of commercials like, you should buy your Honda for my daddy. Yeah. And I'm like, ew, I will never go there now.
I don't want a Honda from a man that's exploiting his children.
Right. Well, are they trying to get their kid like, famous?
An agent.
Or are they trying to make us go, oh,
he's a family man.
Yeah. We need to go support him.
Yeah. Though
I hate it.
It is bothersome. I will say I've thought multiple times about buying park bench ads, especially for this podcast.
I have a guy.
Excuse you, what?
I almost got us one as a gift for you, and was going to surprise you.
This has been an ongoing thing. Chester and I used to joke like we would make bets, and like the loser would have to get someone else.
I almost got you one for the premiere of This Might Get, the web series.
Oh my God! I think we should get one in somewhere in Los Angeles, or do we get one somewhere like in the Midwest, somewhere in some random
and we're
city?
like, find our bus stop.
Yeah.
The first person to find our bus, we'll play brass monkey until someone finds our bus stop.
Oh my God. Okay. You guys have
bus bench.
Yeah. You guys have to let us know what city is most deserving of This Might Get Weird bench.
We got benched.
Sit on our face.
Yes. Oh my God. Will they let us? We get kicked out of the Midwest.
I don't know how the standards and practices of creating
we'll figure
a park
it out.
bench
I'll ask the dude. I only have a guy in LA, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, they must network.
They have
He's got to
to
know someone else.
One other thing I did this weekend, which doesn't have a big story, but I went to a ceramic dildo making class.
Yeah, which I didn't know was a thing.
I did not either. My friend Dawn Hopatooties, she was gifted for her 40th birthday. Someone got her a private class for 4 people to go make ceramic dildos.
That's incredible.
And there's like a cute trendy pottery place over in Echo Park.
Yeah.
And we were all like oddly nervous.
Yeah, that makes me, you're buying a dildo. I mean, you're creating a dildo.
Well, the thing is that like even Chip was like, can't wait to see what your ideal dick looks like. And I was like, it's attached to you. No, but I was like, no, I might make it funny. Like I don't, because it feels like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because then you're like, how do this feels like it reflects a lot on me and my preferences. And
yes, and I always get oddly nervous about things that don't matter. Like if I'm going to sing karaoke and I know the song,
right? I'm
nervous being like, do I actually know the words?
Yeah.
Or or when you're even when they're like going somewhere, you're like, do I remember how to swim?
Yeah.
And when you look at that, you're like, what if I just forget what a dick looks like?
Yeah, and then people make fun of me.
It reminded me the feelings, the fear I had was like in 40-Year-Old Virgin when they're talking about boobs, and Steve Carell goes, "Yeah, like a bag of sand," because he doesn't know what boobs feel like, and he's just trying to fit in, and he says they feel like sand. I was so nervous, but it actually ended up being really fun because they were like, "Really do whatever you want," but the instructor who's teaching you how to do it. Everything becomes double entendre.
Oh, yeah. It can't be that serious though, right?
No. I mean, she's seriously trying to teach you, but I'm with 2 like women with hilarious accents.
Yeah.
And then another woman who's like a doula.
Right.
So she's like, I have so much vagina art in my house. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this dick.
See, I would be so nervous because literally I laugh for hours about a fart sound.
Yeah.
That being in a
you
class
would've
like
died.
that, I would have turned into an 11-year-old boy and been like, am I not taking this seriously enough?
I mean, but everything, you have your clay. First of all, you have to like pick your base for the shaft and balls. And you're like, these are monsters. And then you're putting it together and you can be like, she's saying, now, I'm like, do I need to go fast or will it get hard? Like, will it get hard if it's out too much? She's like, no. And also like, you're going to want to use some of the water to like soften it. But don't work it too much or it will go soft. Too soft. I mean, like everything. But so I made a big old dick and I put a mustache on it.
Perfect.
But then we had leftover time. So then she was like, make what you want. So then I made like a bowl for weed that looks like
amazing
a dick. It was really fun. I can't wait to see how they
super
turn
fun.
out.
Is it only dicks?
Like the studio?
Yeah.
No, the studio is
But this specific
regular
class.
Yeah, this is like only a private thing. And what's so funny is you walk in and you go, oh, I bet no one buys this class. Like they're, they do traditional. And there's just like racks of drying dicks. Like some have a curve, some have flowers on them, like some get really abstract. I mean, there are just two massive dildos on like the top shelf. So I was like, all right.
Wow.
So that was pretty fun. I enjoyed
that sounds
it.
super fun.
Yeah.
And you're making something for yourself at the end of the day.
Well, I don't think
I'd ever practically use it.
Well, first of all, I put a big mustache on there, which would obstruct it.
Yeah.
But also we said, are these, can you actually use them? And she goes, I'd put a condom on in case it breaks.
So you're just making
It's
ceramic
art.
dicks. Yeah.
It's art.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
really, I was like, oh, I hope they warn people.
Yeah, because I can see someone getting lonely, horny, and curious.
And I have their ideal,
then-
perfect glazed dick, and then it shatters.
half hour later, they're in an ER having to explain, what happened. I mean, you guys know glass in the ass guy.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
a cue.
right? This is
Take a
this is
cue.
a whole new one. Whole new one. So it was a fun weekend.
Yeah, it was super fun. And we're really excited. We're recording this podcast hours before we get on a
Literally
plane.
like 3 hours before we head to the airport.
To go to WWE headquarters down in Orlando.
Headquarters Training Center. We're going down there to talk to some up and coming wrestlers about social media, etc. But I want to go ahead and like break it down for you guys, let you down easy.
Yeah.
We tried all our hookups, etc. The farting troll at Universal only comes out on the weekends, and we will be there during the week. So unfortunately, our mission to meet Joey Diamond is still at large.
Yeah, it's one step forward, two steps back.
Absolutely. Two shorts back.
Two shorts back, but we're still moving.
We're still giving it a shot. Also, we are going to be at South by Southwest at the Patreon house.
Oh, how perfect.
Ooh, yes. If you haven't checked out our Patreon, please go do it. It is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And our tickets for the Bell House, we teased it last week. They are officially up, and we really went hard in there and got the show to be 16 and up. It was 21 and up. So
it's at the Bell House on Friday, April 5th. You can go check either one of our social medias or the Bell House's website to get the tickets. 16 plus, and it's going to be super fun.
We're going to record an hour, hopefully get a wrestler or two on it. No promises because that week is so crazy, but it'll be fun regardless. And then also there are other tickets for VIP to meet us and get a signed poster and all that jazz. So check it out. But
we're pumped.
It's going to be a fun few months.
Yeah. Okay, now I have to actually go pack for the airport.
All right, get out of here, weirdo.
Bye.